So next up is Thorin Oakenshield. I've decided to do him with Orcrest rather than the Oakenshield because he's going to be having combat in the Goblin Cave, not against orcs in a battle. So the coat I've done in Blue Azure, or Andrea Blue rather. Followed by a couple of good heavy washes of Prussian Blue. The sleeves at the moment are still Andrea Blue, but I'm going to do a light wash of Prussian Blue on those again. And now I'm going to start doing some highlights on the coat with the Andrea Blue. So I've just done the first highlight on the coat. So I did a mixture of Prussian Blue and Andrea Blue. Now I'm going to do a lighter highlight over that one. So I've done the hair now and the greaves on the arms and the padded armour, I suppose it is, on the sleeves. And the leggings as well, all in basalt grey. So just waiting for that to dry, and then I'm going to start highlighting the hair and the straps. It's starting to take shape now. I like the beard and moustache on this guy. So I'll just touch up bits that I've missed. I think I've missed a little bit underneath the greaves there. So I'll just do some touching up. So I've done some highlights on the hair. So with the grey I just added a little bit of white just to pick out the detail. Which you can see here. So I might do a few more little bits of white in there, but quite happy with it at the moment. See what happens when I put a black wash on it. Then I might have to do some more highlights. But around the belt, I've painted that black. I've finished painting the boots because they're meant to be grey as well. But they've got steel toe caps, so I've painted those black for a bit of steel dry brushing on there. And painted on some eyebrows as well. Might have to do a bit of remedial work on those, but they're fine. This bag here I'm going to be painting grey as well, because that's going to be metallic. And the light's not particularly, so I'll get the light on here. And also this is a male shirt underneath the coat, so I've gone over that in grey as well. And I'm going to start touching that up with highlights of silver. So, there you go. Well, you can see I've now done the mail and the belt, so the silver bits basically, and you can just about make out I've dry brushed the toe caps as well, and the mail on the inside there, and the belt buckle. So what's left is the sword hilt, a wash on the hair, and the scabbard is the main thing. There's a bit of an indentation I've got there. I think that's from when I was putting it together, so I'm going to have to trim that down as well, or file it down. And I've still got to do the straps from the leggings, so I'm gonna do a wash on that first, just to pick those out so I can see them properly to paint. So what I've just done now is paint these straps on the leggings around his boots, and those have been done in the Vallejo Andrea blue. The scabbard I've painted in a craft paint raw umber, because I'm going to touch that up with another craft paint, which will be burnt umber, which is this one, this colour, burnt umber. And I'll just turn him round a bit, just so you can see what's been going on. So yeah, the belt's done in the silver. I might have to touch up the straps a little bit on the boots. Do I bother to highlight them? Probably not. Quite like that blue. So very nearly there, just really got the sword, hilt and pommel to do. Maybe a bit more white highlights on the hair, because it's still quite dark. And that'll be it. So, now to finish it off. And there you go. So the final parts I did was the gold on the hilt. There's a little bit of raw umber in there for the sword handle, so the leather and the sword handle. I've dry brushed the scabbard with raw umber as well over the burnt umber, and also done a bit of silver dry brush on the decoration on the top, and ran a line of silver or plata, as they like to call it, on top of, well, and the gold of course is the gold or oro 996. And I've just done a little bit of a swift dry brush with white over the head of the hair, just to bring out the last few hilts. So there you are, there's Thorin Oakenshield now complete. 2 down, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 dwarves to go. And a wizard, Gandalf and Radagast and Bilbo. Now I must point out at this point, and I'll probably point it out in the rest of the videos as well, that because these are going to be played with a lot, I don't usually varnish figures that much, but as these are probably going to get a bit of a battering, as it's a game, I will be varnishing these with a gloss varnish, leaving that to dry overnight, and then a matte varnish on top, just to make them a bit more hard wearing. So bear that in mind, role players. You probably do it anyway, but I just thought I'd point it out in case you thought I'd forgotten all about that. There you go, Thorin Oakenshield.